Good morning and welcome to the virtual tour of the Merriam Community Center. We're starting outside off of Slater Street. The community center can be accessed from both Slater and IKEA Way. When you enter off of Slater Street, you'll first enter into the road and the drop-off circle. This drop-off circle was created for our Meals on Wheels program, which can stop here and then they can enter into a side door directly into the catering kitchen. The only parking on site is directly in front of us at the parking structure. It is a 2-level structure that has 100 parking spots up and 100 parking spots down. If you go in on the top deck, you go out on the top deck, so it is not a garage. The road system here, after you leave the drop-off circle, follows where that street cleaner is currently at, and you can access both the upper and the lower deck by following that road system. As we walk here, this green grass area is temporary. This will eventually be the home of the Johnson County Library. We are working through an agreement with them to bring the library on site in the next couple of years. By putting in the parking structure instead of ground parking, this allowed us to still maintain some green space to the south of the property where normally in the original plan, that would have all been terraced parking through there. As we see the parking structure again and we enter into the courtyard, it is not 100% done. We still have some landscaping work that needs to be done, but here in this vacant round place is where our art pieces will go. They were designed by Blessing Hancock, and they will reflect words of what it means to be a resident in Merriam. So the words from that were created through various public events through the last several years, and then she took those words and they make orbs. So we're hoping to have those installed by the end of September. As you enter through the rest of the courtyard, this was designed to be the backyard, places where people could come and hang out. There's good Wi-Fi through this area, as there is throughout the whole building. So we have terrace seating here, and then where the black tarp is at, that will eventually be artificial turf. We've had a few delays with that due to COVID. We have really cool furniture that's going to eventually be out here, but until this space is completely done, we haven't moved that furniture out here, obviously. So as we make our way into the community center, our doors are storefront, so it eliminated the need to have the push button ADA access ability. It really simplified that. The building is designed into 2 sides. There's a community side, and then there's the membership side. And as you walk in, you'll see our front desk here. We have this designed for 3 workstations, and then at the very end there will eventually be a membership check. Again, as with all construction, there's an area that things need to get punched and got missed, so we're missing some areas on that end of the counter to make that happen. As we turn here, you will see this is kind of the administration wing. We'll go down there in a minute, and then we'll turn, and this is the art gallery and the community wing. So this is our second art gallery opening. We're not doing full receptions, but the Tim Murphy Art Gallery did come with us to this facility, and it's a little bit smaller than what it was at the Irene B. French Community Center, but it's about the size it was prior to the expansion. There are 3 meeting rooms over here. All are named after people that were important in the founding of Merriam. So we have the Campbell, the Kessler, and the Loomis room. And this opens up into a space that will seat 224 people. Today you'll see that it's set for a senior exercise class. So this is the Campbell and the Kessler room. And then on the other side of that partition wall is the Loomis room. All the AV is in the ceiling. Projector screens come out on the other side of that eave. Everything is controlled in the back by the AV boxes here on the back of the wall. At the back of the Kessler room, we also have a confidence monitor. So if you are presenting to a large group, or you're in the Kessler room and you want to see your presentation, we do have the confidence monitor in the back. Each meeting room has its own storage room. We are still missing our banquet tables and chairs, unfortunately. That was a delay in COVID as well. We're hoping to get those by the end of September, but we're not doing rentals at this time anyway. Here is where we're storing our really cool outdoor furniture, so you can see kind of the Adirondack chairs that will eventually be outside, and the size of the storage rooms are sufficient enough to handle all the tables and chairs for each of these spaces. Let's see, all the lights are LED. We have no light switches, so everything, although they can dim, they come on and off by sensors. Out here back in the art gallery, we're going to walk to the end of this hallway. There is a door here off the courtyard. This is kind of our, this door was put in after some information from the community members in regards to having to walk all the way up to the front of the building, especially for seniors. So this door is kind of our rental community access wing. So when seniors are able to come back and participate in the Meals on Wheels or Congregate program, they will be able to come in that door, and then they meet here in the Loomis room, which is the third room of the space. It also connects to the catering kitchen, in which the Meals on Wheels program comes in, and you can see they're working that program today. So the catering kitchen is just a warming kitchen. There are warming convections, or ovens, stand-up ovens, a freezer, a small convection oven, a walk-in refrigerator. That's the Meals on Wheels storage closet. And right there you can see the door that the Meals on Wheels volunteers can come in and out of. This triple vat sink. We have an ice machine, hand washing sink, and then a storage door, a storage closet for our staff. As we leave the kitchen, this dead ends into the back end of the art gallery. There is also a unisex restroom here at the end of this before you enter into the kitchen. Just an easy access in the event for the kitchen staff, but also if you're attending a private function, and it's quicker to go there than it is to walk to the end of the hallway. So this gives you a good view of the entire art gallery and the furniture that sits in this space. Art gallery receptions, typically we've hosted 11 receptions a year. They're usually the first Thursday of every month, with the exception of March and May. May we have not had one due to the Turkey Creek Festival, but now that we're in this building and we have more staff, we're evaluating about doing 12 receptions a year. And in March, it's our large annual event with the Heartland Awards, and that's the first Saturday of the month. As we come back to the welcome desk and the administration hallway, you'll see we have a small conference room here. This conference room seats 12 people, and it is fully decked with all the latest technology. Everything runs through the center of that table, and there's a little credenza there in the event that somebody were to have beverages. Glass marker boards floor to ceiling in this, so if there's a brainstorming session, notes can be taken on the wall without having to bring in flip paper. As we turn and across the hallway is our Child Watch. Child Watch will not be opening until phase out at this time, so it's sitting empty at this time and the lights come on. We are using a system called Kid Check, and so parents will check their kids in, kids will get a sticker, parents will get a sticker, and that's our safety protocol to make sure that everybody's going back to the right people. There is a half door here before you enter into the Child Watch area, and as you enter into Child Watch, you'll see that we have a small restroom here for the little people, and it's done in yellows. Really cool tile work in here. Step in and there we go. Light comes on, you'll see it's a small octagon tile. Has kind of a chartreuse grout in it as well. As we come back out, you'll see just a rectangle space for the kids. There's some tables, a little corral area for our babies that are crawling and we don't want them to get stepped on. They also have a TV and a game console and 2 areas of floor to ceiling marker boards for them to draw on and create while they're in here. There's a storage room which is currently relatively organized, that holds the toys that we can pull out, as well as, you know, a bouncer seat and some extra tables and chairs if they're ever needed. As we exit, you'll see we have the sink and a dishwasher for cleaning the toys as well. Child Watch is an extra fee. It's $3 an hour per child for a member and $4 an hour per child for a non-member. Back out to the administrative hallway, you'll see we have more artwork. This is part of our permanent collection. This is all art that hung at the Irene B. French Community Center. And so this leads us down to staff offices, as well as the main restrooms here on the left-hand side. We have a men's and a women's and a unisex in there as well. And then we just have our custodial closet, as well as we have a mother's room over here for nursing moms when they're in the building. We'll go back into staff offices so you can see the new and improved office space that all of our staff has. So as we make our way down here, we still have a few pieces of art that need to find a home. We need power. We have storage for office supplies, our main IT closet, as well as our room for cash and key box and safes are all there. This first fourplex of offices is for our coordinating staff. So we have Liza and Ingrid, who Liza is our fitness coordinator and Ingrid is our recreation coordinator. And then we have two empty pods there. One is for a part-time person that is currently a furloughed position, and the other one is for expansion. Then we turn and we go back into our work break area. So we've got a nice area here so that we have a work table as well as some break tables. We've never had a space like this before. We've got storage off this as well. So when we're getting ready for Turkey Creek Festival, the 5K, MDL, we've got a place to store all that, and it's not jammed in what used to be my office, is where I used to be the catch-all for all those types of things. Off of this, we have our three private offices for supervisors. So we have our recreation supervisor, Renee Nagel. That is her office. And then we have our assistant director, Dave Smothers, and his office right there. There's Dave. And then we have my office here on the corner. All of us have sit-to-stand desk and a credenza. Even the you saw that Ingrid was standing as well. All of our offices have floor-to-ceiling marker boards. Obviously, I'm using mine already. And we tried to give everybody some window in their office. Some are bigger than others, but we tried to give everybody natural daylight to enjoy the scenery around us. Okay, so more of the break room. We're going to make our way back out to the exciting part of the building, which is the membership side. So we have a fitness center, walking track, gymnasium, indoor and outdoor aquatics. We did not open our outdoor aquatics this summer due to COVID. We are planning on opening indoor aquatics. We had some tile that was part of our COVID delay that delayed the completion of that. So it is hopefully going to be ready to open to the public by the end of September. As we make our way past the welcome desk and into the last of the community space, you'll see we've got a little lounge area for people to sit and relax. We've got this furniture just came in Friday, so we're excited to finally be able to have that here. You'll see the Merriam Drive Circa, that was part of the Irene B. French Community Center. That space has been specifically designed for that piece of work. Over here is our yoga wellness studio. We call it the Esther Brown Room. All of our rooms, again, were named after something of historical importance. There's a class getting ready to start, so I can't go in there, but that's an LVT flooring, and there's a storage room off the back of that. You can see our social distance dots on the floor for the classes. In this space, we've been on all polished concrete. There's very little carpet. And then we have more LVT and some exercise flooring coming up. Right here would be where you would normally see the indoor pool, but because of the construction going on, we went ahead and covered the windows so that it gave the construction workers some privacy in that space. I'll back up so you can see this. So we have, we're going to put some more of this type of graphic in the building. Now that we're in it, we realize that we've got a lot of white areas, so we'll be seeing some more of that kind of 3D graphics going in. This space that we're walking into is our Group X room. Has great windows. It has mirrors here on the side. It overlooks the outdoor pool. When we were designing this, storage was key. It always seems to be that when you have a class and you have 20, 25 people in a class, it's how do you get in and out of storage. So this storage was designed to be an in and an out. So we have into the storage here, a nice pocket door that can be pulled. And then you can see the storage room is very spacious and currently well organized because a lot of our fitness classes haven't started. There is a door here that leads to the Group X. So this equipment can be shared between the fitness and the Group X space. And then we walk back out into the Group X studio. We have a TV in the event that we look at fitness on demand in the future. And it also is controlled. It allows the instructors to play their own music through the radio and Bluetooth, as well as we have piped music in here as well. You can see we are draining the outdoor pool. We actually have to repaint it. We'll go out and look at it, but this is the view from this room, as well as IKEA is our neighbor right there. It's great. So if you ever want a bird's eye view of the outdoor pool, go to the IKEA restaurant and look down. We've got little benches here at the back for cubby space. So if somebody comes in, maybe they have a sweatshirt, they don't want to throw it in a locker, they can keep it in the room with them.
What's your name? Jason.
We're going to walk back out to the fitness area. This is our fit desk area. So this is where our fitness attendants keep remotes, and personal trainers will have storage for their files. Eventually this shelving will be for towels when we introduce our towel service. This is also the start of our locker space. All of our lockers have their own personal code on them. So you set your own 4-digit code and lock the locker, come back, you put your code in and unlock the locker. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but we're catching on. But we have more lockers in the downstairs locker rooms as well. We did not want people to think that cubbies were safe, so we were trying to reiterate the fact that you need to protect your belongings in this environment. This is the start of our fitness space. It's a little shy of 5,000 square feet. We have all Life Fitness equipment and hammer strength pieces. Every other piece is offline due to COVID, but we are on a lease of the cardio equipment, and then we purchase the strength equipment. We've got the Synergy 360, we've got a Synergy 180, and then we also have some other various half racks and Smith machines here in the back, something that we haven't been able to offer in the past as well. In the back corner here, we also have another unisex restroom. I haven't shown you any restrooms because they've all been occupied. I am going to open this up and show you this restroom. I know they're not all that exciting, but the nice thing about these is the tile work that's in them. We have a really cool diagonal feature on the outside of our building with the architecture. So our architects carried that diagonal into the tile work as well. So we have, sometimes this diagonal is yellow, and in this case it's kind of that turquoise color, and you can see it there above the mirror as well and down into that area. So all of our bathrooms have kind of that look. We'll make our way over to the walking track and the gymnasium and show you what we have. A high school basketball court that runs east to west, and then it's 2 middle school courts with 2 volleyball and 4 pickleball. The track is 1/16 of a mile, so it takes takes 16 laps to make a mile, obviously. In addition, you're going to see some of our monitors. We have a track direction sign, but then we also have monitors that are displays. They're run by a Bright Sign software so that we can promote classes and various things that are happening throughout the Park and Recreation Department and citywide. So you will see those monitors on this level as well. It gives the track walkers something to look at. You can also take a step down here and look down into the basketball court. It kind of gives you the opportunity to see the lines better from this vantage point than when we walk downstairs. So white is the high school court. The middle school courts are blue. The volleyball courts are green, and the pickleball courts are a gray color. We are allowing basketball. If you are in a household and come in together, you can come in and shoot baskets. We're not allowing basketball per se. And each household is assigned their own court when they come in. Average attendance, we've been seeing roughly about 100 people per day. It's still really slow. From that perspective, I would not recommend opening a brand new facility in the midst of a global pandemic, but we did not have a choice in that matter, so we are trying to do the best we can. We've been offering our charter memberships to at anyone, so it's a little discounted price versus what it will be when the facility is completed. We're going to walk downstairs. We're going to walk into the family change area. We will see how we get into the locker rooms, and then we'll check out the indoor and outdoor aquatics as well. So when we get to the bottom of the steps here, another little gathering space. We have year-round vending over there. We have both snacks and drinks. We are working with a third-party vendor on that. And we get a commission. We put that out for an RFP, and so that we got the best deal. So this is our family change area. On this side over here, these are all just change stalls. And so they're just a place for people to pop in and change their clothes. And then on this side, we have 3 fully functioning restrooms. And so we'll take a look in here as well so you can see what these look like. So these have the yellow ribbon in them of the diagonal tile. And then we have our shower curtains. And then there's a bench over here for people to sit and rest or wait if you have a mom with small children. There are 2 accesses to the outdoor pool, or the indoor pool from this point. If you go out this door right here, that will lead you to the shallow end of the indoor pool. If you go down that door down there, that will lead you to the deeper end of the indoor pool. We also have more lockers and a beauty bar over here. Not really a beauty bar, but just a mirror right there as people are coming out. So this is the space that people will use if they're not comfortable going into the men's or women's locker room, or like we said, we did call it the family locker room so that people realize, you know, this is where families need to go as well. You'll see our signage and some paint. Everything is on that angle. So that angle is the angle of all of our windows. We were very cognizant of making that consistent throughout the whole building. As we come down here, you'll see this is where you access the basketball court at. There's a ginormous storage room here that I will show you. It's already full. Unfortunately, we have more lockers for those playing basketball. And as we enter here, this storage room is a little under 1,000 square feet. So it goes back quite a ways. It still needs some organization, but considering we've been in here since July and we have attic stock kind of piled in the back, it's looking pretty good comparatively to what it looked like when we were just hauling things in and trying to find holes for everything to go. As we exit the gym, we're going to go into the party rooms. We have two party rooms off the pool for birthday parties. They each hold about 25 people. Autumn keeps getting in my picture. She's like, don't show me on your video. She's with McCarthy. So this one, we had a flooring shortage. So this one we're waiting. The flooring guys should be back here in the next little bit to get this done. But you can see the start of the indoor pool there. And then we've got the other party room, which is just a little bit bigger. And you can see that the flooring is in here, and it's an aqueous flooring. So it has a little bit of traction to it, and it's supposed to help prevent those slips and falls in an area where we know it's going to be slick. McCarthy is currently using this as their office space since we removed their job site trailer. And you can see the furniture that is slated for this space with the green chairs. And then we've got large tables for both rooms as well. We'll exit this party room and go out to the indoor pool. So here in the indoor pool, this is what we lovingly call, this 4 1x1 tile is what we lovingly refer to as our COVID tile. So that tile was produced in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania shut down before us. And when they shut down, we didn't know where our tile was at. When they finally reopened, shipping opened first, and our tile was not on the shipping side. So we then waited. We looked at other options as to what to do besides that tile. But as we scroll up, you will see that everything in this space is designed off of those 4 colors, including the giant wave mural on the wall. So with that in place, we really felt it was important to make and wait for the decision to go forward with putting any different colors in this space. So as we walk, we've got the lazy current channel here. It feeds into a small recreational area. This yellow plunge on the deck is our, that's a surge. So you can push that button and cause a surge in the wave pool as well. So then we come down here and you'll see a small area for recreation. There is a bench here that allows people to sit if they have little people in the water and they just want to sit in water and not be in 3 feet 6 inch water. They can sit on that bench. Then there's 4 lap lanes that are 25 yards each. You also see that we have 2 basketball goals there as well. We have a flume slide and what they call a family slide. So that family slide would allow for father and daughter, mother and son to go down together into about 2 feet of water. Oh, they're activating the surges. So, hey Jason, do that again, please. Do that again, please. Yep. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. I didn't realize you were going to do it, and I'm videoing this for a... no, you're fine. So they've activated it, and so that's what will happen when the surge is activated in the lazy river. And as he said, there is a small delay. Thank you. We have a sprinkle flower and a water table that are diverter. And then in the 0 depth, as they walk down, there's on the wall, there are sprays that come out. We'll walk around here and get a view. We also have a therapy pool indoors that will be a little bit warmer water as well. We're getting slide training here in a little bit, so that's why Jason was here with the aquatics group. And then we've got the therapy pool here. So from the indoor pool, you can get to the outdoor pool through that door and a door over there. You'll see that there's seat walls. We'll go out there in a second. And then we've got our aquatics office and lifeguard office here. And then you have the hallway that leads to the locker rooms. Because we are an active facility, I didn't feel that I should walk through the locker rooms videotaping, but we are giving tours. If you want and have time to stop by, we'd be glad to have you come in person. But down this way, I'll walk down here so you can see it. We're working on our wayfinding. It's really loud back here today. And some more color in this area. We're not really happy with how this all kind of turned out, so we're having some more work done here. But there's the access if you just want to go straight to the outdoor pool. But then here is the back side of the locker rooms where patrons can walk out and go down the hallway into the locker room. We'll go into the pool mechanical room. Ooh, it's really loud. No, we won't. The pool mechanical room is right here. And then back of house here, I want to show you some of the graphics we have back here as well. So these will be trash cans that go out on the outdoor pool deck. We have our mechanical room, and then there's 15 spaces at the back of the building for employees to park. And so we wanted, knowing that a lot of our aquatics staff would probably park back there, and sometimes it's not the most thankful job. We wanted them to know that every time that they leave, to remind them that they are making a difference every time they come to work. And then as they enter work and enter through the doors we just exited, we have the Merriam Way, which is our six service levels of how we hold each other accountable for the work that we do here in Merriam. So we have excellence, accountability, teamwork, leadership, dedication, and service. And that is something that staff worked on in 2019. So when they come into work, they're reminded as to why we do what we do. And when we leave, they are thanked for coming in and remembering that they did make a difference and they made a memory for someone. So we're gonna go out to the outdoor deck and show you the outdoor offices, our outdoor pool deck, sorry. So as we exit outside, one of the things that was important to our, again, another slider door, was important to our patrons is that if they're out here on a beautiful day, that they don't have to walk back through the facility to leave. So we actually created what we call convenience stairs that run up here next to the building. It is an exit only. We will position a guard there to make sure that it remains exit only, but it is going to be probably our biggest struggle. You can see these seat walls here, and these were created so that when people hit these doors, you can see that it lines directly with the 25-meter pool. We didn't want little people walking straight out into 4 feet or 12 feet of water. So that is a 25-meter 8-lane pool with 2 dive boards and a zip line feature there. And then as we look here and turn to the north, this is our zero depth area. So it's a zero depth area that steps down to about 3 feet of water as well. And then back behind us we have, of course, we have our water features in the zero depth area. We also have a permanent shade structure that's been erected, as well as on deck showers. That was to meet code because we didn't have enough showers indoors. So by putting these deck showers out here, we then meet the code of the health department. Fence all the way around. We have incorporated, there's always questions about what is those little pools over here along IKEA Way. Those are part of the fountain that has been part of IKEA fountain for a long time. It was actually here during the Merriam Aquatic Center. So that will all be re-landscaped, and that will be plumbed and turned on, and those that fountain will be